Hey, Mark here. And we got a pretty quiet week. This is this is Billboard breakdown. New York Super Bowl long-term memory loss. I will remember. I will remember. Hey guys, today we have let's see if I get it right.
Hey there, I'm Mark, in affiliation with Spectrum Pulse, and yeah, this week wound up kind of slow, a little weird, and it's Billboard Breakdown.
I always get this right. Super Bowl long-term memory loss. I almost had it. I almost had it.
So remember how I said last week that things were looking to pick up for 2024?
Yeah, that's next week.
Previous years?
Next week.
Yeah, I think we might have to put a damper on that, at least for this week, which was relatively uneventful. Not that I'm complaining, but it also looks like it might be the case for next week as well. Yeah, Ariana Grande is going to have some tangible
21 Savage album bomb.
Probably going to get a 21 Savage album bomb.
Lil Nas X too.
And to be charitable, early numbers suggest that success might be kind of scattershot, or at least slower.
No. He's gonna. Well, I mean, I already know I'm in the future for this guy, but.
Than in our top 10, where for another week, "Lovin' on Me" by Jack Harlow held onto the number 1, and it will almost.
How I don't get it. Why this song? And this has the streaming too. Like it's not even like radio like glazing this song. This isn't even a radio glaze song. Like, what is it with this song? I thought this was gonna do like kind of midly. Are we really giving Jack Harlow? I mean, we are giving Jack Harlow another chance, aren't we? I'm very interested to see how he does with this second single. Or is this single just a one-off, maybe? Nah, he has to capitalize on this because Jackman did not do good, let's be honest. That They Don't Love It did horrible, let's be honest. But that album wasn't really for really mainstream, was it? I guess. It was more of a showcase of his ability. But still, he needs to use this momentum for his album. And is he going to? Because what did he do last time? Wait, Dua Lipa was the second, but Dua Lipa came out when the album came out, right? Yeah. Was there another song? No, there wasn't. I'm pretty sure he dropped First Class, and then he dropped the album, and then Dua Lipa became a small hit. But that was really it for that. So I'm interested. Is he going to go that same route, or is he going to drop another single? I would be surprised if he did another single. Actually, no, I wouldn't. It would be interesting. No, it would be interesting to see him do another single. Because honestly, if he did another single, I feel like it wouldn't do as good as this. 100% it wouldn't do as good as this. I feel like it would actually flop, honestly. This might be another one-off First Class situation because the Dua Lipa didn't even do that good. Did it do good? No, it didn't do that good. Last year? Was that? No. It's 2 years ago it didn't do that good. So, I'm interested to see this album roll out from Jack Harlow because I am interested in Jack Harlow as an artist, honestly. It's very interesting to see, the progression he has had, especially, with Come Home, the Kids Miss You, that being a mess, and Jackman being kind of another mess, honestly. But yeah, especially with this big hit that he has, even though this hit feels so fucking fake, it's actually crazy. Like, I don't get the popularity with the song, honestly. It's just so weird to me.
Top spot against Ariana Grande next week, especially.
It's crazy. How did this guy fall from grace like so crazily after that album, and then have his Jackman album flop again, and now now he's going up against Ariana Grande, which it looks like he might lose to for 1 week, but he's going to be back again the next week. It's just so weird to me. It's just so weird. I don't really get it.
Dominant on streaming and still has radio momentum. This might come down to the margins. What will likely not be competitive is Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift.
I don't get how that's still here.
The radio is peaked. I can see this getting rotated out relatively quickly, especially given that we're in the middle of goddamn winter. Then we got Greedy by Tate McRae at number
This is going to
3,
stay a while, probably.
Down on streams and had a weirdly unstable radio progression where I'd say it would open up a door for I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgraves at number 4, given how
Can we get some new
stable
fucking
its
songs in here,
streaming
man?
is,
Come on.
But that would also involve it getting any
I mean, there are
larger
some new
radio
songs.
traction at all.
Teddy
and
Swims
I'm
here today.
sorry, it's just not
Teddy
happening.
Swims.
It did overtake Paint the Town Red by Doja Cat at number 5.
Yeah,
who,
Teddy
again,
Swims in it,
unstable radio week as the streams were falling back. But that might also be the story for Snooze by
How's
SZA,
that still
holding
here?
number
Like,
6.
why are these songs still
Water
here? Get
by
rid of that
Tyla
shit.
at number 7,
Okay,
which
see,
is
I'll
really
gladly
trying to make
take
a run
this.
for the top radio spot, but just does not have enough streaming to make much of a push or an impact. But now we got our first new
Teddy
arrival in the top
Swims.
10, and one that I am frankly shocked has
Yeah,
done
me too.
as well as it has. Lose Control by Teddy Swims at number
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Cause like when I first saw the predictions for after like the Christmas songs came out, and this was like in the top, I think it was like in the top 15. I think it was 11. I was like, what? I thought this song was like just like a top 80, like just sitting around in the top 80 or something. I didn't even think it was on the charts. I totally forgot about this song. I knew it hit the charts pretty low, didn't it? It was like maybe max top 60 debut, max, but like still like, why? What even is this? Like, I know what this song is. I've heard this song before. This song, this was one of the ads. I say this every time, but this was one of the ads that played. Because I don't have Spotify Premium. On Spotify, one of the songs that, and I was like, okay, this is a cool song. I thought this dude was like some like random dude with 20,000 like monthly listeners or something. But no, this guy's in the top fucking 10. Like, what? I haven't heard the song outside. I haven't heard the song like on the radio. What is happening with the song? I think it's, I'm not sure if it's radio. He might say it now, but like this is very surprising to me. Even it being in the top top 25 is insane to me, but top 10 is even more insanity.
Number 8. I mean, it's got good sales and streaming, and while the radio is lagging, which you would expect for a relative no-name, it's probably got more
like, who is this
traction
dude?
than you would otherwise
The one song I saw that he had was with Megan fucking Trainor on her latest album, and I was like, what? Like, what even is this dude?
This might become a minor thing for a bit. Hell, it overtook Agora Hills by Doja Cat up to number 9.
That's gonna keep going up.
Trying to make a radio run.
I think it's gonna keep going up.
Somewhat stable on streaming. And Last Night by Morgan Wallen at number 10.
Bro, why is this still here, bro?
Drop on streaming.
Oh,
as
thank
the radio
God.
Keeps trying to dump this quickly.
Thank God.
I mean, at this point, good riddance.
That's what
And
I'm
that,
saying,
of course,
bro.
leads naturally to our losers and our dropouts. And honestly, we don't have that many of either group. For the dropouts, Dial Drunk by Noah Khan and Post Malone, it hit its recurrence. It's off the charts. Might also be true
That's
for
fine.
Kiona by Karol G and Pesa Pluma. And for our losers, yeah, again, not a lot here either. I'm certainly not going to complain much that Mind on You by George Burge fell back to 73, or Can't Have Mine by Dylan Scott went to 95 off the return.
Nothing
and
country
Welcome to
songs.
Gump by Pesa Pluma, Junior H, and Oscar Maiden skidding down to 94 off the debut. That's not surprising either. I will say I'm a little bit
Makes
depressed
sense.
that You're Losing Me by Taylor Swift just cannot get anything going at 84.
Good.
But what's for effectively a bonus track, it's not really surprising either, especially one as low-key as that is. Now for our returns and gains, well, again, also kind of uneven. In the former group, we got a couple older country songs getting a little bit of a boost, like Where It Ends by Bailey Zimmerman at 99, and Mama's House by Thomas Rhett featuring Morgan Wallen back at 88, as well as Sabor Frieza by Fuerza Regida.
That's still here?
Another week at 97. Joy.
What?
But the gains are a little bit more interesting. Starting off with the debut with Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis-Bextor getting a huge boost to 58 off the debut from last week.
That actually
This is getting
might become a
more
hit.
viral momentum than I expected. That's nifty. What doesn't surprise me is La Diabla by Javi with still more momentum up to 22.
That's
and
crazy.
Feather by Sabrina Carpenter close behind at 46. And finally, the
Close
returns
behind?
with some traction.
46 is close
Really
behind.
are a mixed bag, let's be real. I like by Big S The Plug up to 65. But
I haven't heard that
along
song.
with Eloro
Probably
by
have
Figure
heard that
Eight at
song.
79 and My Eyes by Travis Scott at 82.
My eyes.
Not exactly thrilled here, but from there we only have 4 new arrivals this week. So let's get this started with number 100, I Don't Give a Fuck by T Grizzly, Mariah the Scientist, and Chris
What?
Brown.
I don't care right now. Pull your hair right now. Tryna beat it right now.
Okay, the last time we talked
What?
about T Grizzly was back in 2017 with First Day Out, and since then he's got a following.
He's been doing like
Never really
story
had that same
rap,
crossover until
like
now.
Robbery
I gotta
Part
imagine
6 or
Chris
something
Brown
like.
Cosign is doing a lot of work.
They're pretty interesting,
And
honestly. T Grizzly is a
this
pretty
bit
interesting
of a
artist.
Weird one. T Grizzly and Chris Brown, they play exes that want their girl back, and Mariah the Scientist plays the girl who already has a new partner, is seeing these guys cheat on their partners for her, and she just completely blows them off in both the hook and her verse. It's actually a little bit startling how much she is defiantly not interested in either of these hookups. Well, okay, one of them would be with Chris Brown. I don't blame her, but there's actually very little ambiguity or teasing, and I don't know how anyone outside of Mariah the Scientist comes off all that well. Now, granted, I think the production's pretty okay with the somber pianos, the guitar flourishes, and some pretty well-balanced trap percussion, but that only highlights how douchey these two guys appear. Props to Mariah the Scientist getting her first proper charting hit on the Hot 100. I will take more of her, please. And nobody else here. Let's move on. Number 98, When It Comes to You by Friday.
When it comes to you, put my pride aside, give it all to you. Put my pride aside, nah.
So since I started seeing Friday's name on some featuring credits, especially around Lil Baby, I have been anticipating
Oh, yeah,
some
right.
crossover. With this being
guy's like a
song from
feature
his
artist, huh?
2023 album, and, well, aside from being reminded a lot of Kid Cudi with his vocal timbre...
Reminds me of
overdubs,
Giveon a
I know
little
Kid
bit.
Cudi might have some charted
That might
back
be an
next
insult.
week.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
actually thought this was pretty good. The guitars and trap percussion are well balanced.
Wait, actually reminds me of Young Baloo a little bit, too.
Pretty spare song, some real swell, and the content has some weight in recognizing that he initially fell too hard for this girl, but wasn't able to open up effectively, and now he's desperately hoping she will give him a chance for him to actually do so. It feels like a bit of a last-ditch effort, and I don't love how he's trying to convince her to now open her mind for a clearer view. Feels like he's trying to flip the script on her or use some of her own lines. But as a whole, it's a good little song. I like it. Take that for what it's worth. Number 89, Coal by Dylan Gossett.
Love is tough, but loneliness is
Cole?
I'll carry that bell.
Who is this dude? This is like a random dude.
Pressure makes diamonds. How the hell am I still cold?
I've said before how it can be kind of a little revealing
That's
when
a
an indie country
that's
act
a
shows up on the
corny
charts
ass
without
line, I'm not gonna lie to
much
you.
buzz in the indie country scene. So enter Dylan Gossett, who already
You
sings
said pressure
back
makes
Big
diamonds.
Loud and Mercury
Why am I
Revolver
still
with his
cold?
EP from last year.
What?
With this
Bro.
self-produced acoustic song
What?
seeing some real viral traction. And you know what? This might be a sign that all those folks trying to rip off Zach Bryan might struggle a little bit, because when it's just you and the acoustic guitar, even if you have a pretty good voice, the songwriting is going to face higher scrutiny, and man, this one struck a sour note. To my initial surprise, Cole, it's not referenced because of any Appalachian connection. It's a comparison to how sometimes pressure makes diamonds, but he's just Cole, where he's trying to get clean and sober and face a little bit good
Wait.
luck out there, but the world is just not going his way.
If
So
you know
Corey
pressure
doesn't
makes
see much
diamonds and
point
you're
in
still
God
cold,
or
then
the
apply
people
pressure.
they're interested.
What?
And
What is
then
this
you
guy talking
realize
about?
that all this is rooted in him getting dumped because he wasn't sober, and the bridge is a plea for this girl to come back now that he somewhat is. And look, I get wanting the relationship. I'm single right now. Being on your own can absolutely suck. But
What?
I really
Wait,
like
Mark's
how
single?
he frames his misfortune with this
I thought
relationship.
he
as
was
if
married
going
or
through tough
something.
Times entitles him to
Aw,
it,
man.
as if the unkempt misery of sobriety means that he's put in all the work and feels kind of petulant and there's no reward.
Could have
for
sworn
it.
Mark
And
was
I
not
get why
single.
this sentiment might be relatable on some level. I get why this has an audience, but it's not exactly healthy nor conducive to the relationship that he wants. And when there's no self-awareness,
Mark, you need to get you a
communicate
bad
that,
bitch.
and when the song's otherwise so stripped down you can't ignore it either, I think that's kind of a problem. So yeah, this might surprise some people, but I get why it might work, but I don't care for it at all. Next. And finally, number 77, Act 2,
I was waiting for
Dated 8
this
by
song.
Four Bats.
Bro, I was like, wait. I was like, wait a minute. I looked out because like I look at the Spotify chart sometimes, like the top 50 US, just to see like, oh, what's popping up, what's going on. And I looked at TV Girl. I feel like TV Girl might. I don't know. There have been like some predictions I've seen. Oh shit. Has TV Girl hit the charts before? I don't think they have. But TV Girl has definitely like I've been notified of them involuntarily. I listened to their song Not Loud and Lovers Rock. Those have just been lingering for like a while on the top 50 for a while, actually, like bottom half the top 50. But they might chart this year, maybe, if there's no, they probably will chart this year, honestly. But then I saw this song and I was like, what the hell is this title? Is this like a snippet? And this is like, and it was like 1 minute and wait, how long was it? Let me see. Wait, let's go here. Wait, I'm trying to see how long it was. Wait, oh my god, it's at 38. It's 1 minute and 54 seconds. I'm like, what? Is it like a snippet or something? Like what? Like a short ass song. And I listened to it and I was like, oh, I've actually heard this before because I've seen this on TikTok many times. Like, oh my god, when the video doesn't match the sound. I actually do like the sound of this, but I have a feeling Mark is not gonna like this at all. I have a suspicious feeling he's going to be like, so we have an unknown artist here, and what the fuck is this? I feel like that's my prediction. Let's see what he says. We have no. It's gonna be like, we have an unknown artist here. It seems like behind the scenes, I've heard some people praise him, and I have some praise. And oh my goodness, this is terrible. Like I feel like that's what
Not
he's
gonna
gonna
lie, I had no idea who Fort Bats was before this. As of now, he's a singer out of Dallas.
do. And wow.
Seems to be unsigned, and yet it's caught some viral traction with this that runs for less than 2 minutes with a couple very big cosigns. And honestly, I don't hear it. His voice feels very.
I thought I was gonna do his. Oh wow, no.
The cheaper percussion, and while the mix is generally smooth outside of that chopped and screwed outro, which again, Texas, not surprising, there's nothing really worth noting in the content. He's buying this girl a bunch of things, taking her on a date, apparently while she's already in a.
It's a vibe. It's a little vibe song.
And the entire song just feels
a little vibe TikTok song.
As if this is what has to happen for him to get a date at all, where it's not even implied there's any connection or closeness, or if they're even going to have sex. It feels like a draft built to go viral on TikTok, but at its most overwhelming. I'm probably going to forget this exists in record time, just saying. And
I don't think it's going to become a hit, hopefully.
Weird one, not going to lie, but the best and worst follow very quickly, with Friday getting the top spot for When It Comes to You, and Dylan Gossett getting the worst of the week for Cole. I know, some folks might be very surprised. That seems like it would be up my alley, but it just hit a really bad note for me. Next week is probably going to be busier. Although I can't guarantee it.
No, it is.
Until then, I'm Mark. You're watching Billboard
Breakdown. Really, with a Spectrum Pulse. See you next time. Yeah! See you next time. Alright, guys.
Another successful round of Billboard Breakdown, if I do say so myself.
Honestly, pretty poopy week. Nothing really happened. Guess Teddy Swims got his little break through the top 10. Mr. Teddy. Mr. Swims. Why's your last name being Swims? Is his actual last name Swims? That's a weird last name. I'll lose control. You're not next to me. It's kind of catchy, I'm not gonna lie to you. What else? Act 2 Date at whatever it's fucking called. I thought he was gonna go way harder on that song, but I guess not. Because I know a lot of the time he's not fond of those little snippet TikTok viral underproduced type stuff, and I felt like that's what that was. But I guess he was kind of mellow on it, more mid on it than anything. When pressure, they say pressure makes diamonds, but I'm cold. That is actually corny. Guys, go subscribe to Billboard Breakdown. Go subscribe to Spectrum Pulse on YouTube. Go follow him on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Skies. I think that's a platform. Pinterest, LinkedIn, Indeed.com, Patreon. Go support him on Patreon. He deserves money because of all the hard work that he does. Look, if I had to make these videos every week, I think I would probably kill myself in GTA 6. Yeah. That's it. Goodbye. I love you. I mean, if you want to subscribe to me, you can. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers so I can get monetized and fuel my Subway addiction. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video if you like. And yeah, see you later. Goodbye. Love you. 20 minutes. Boom. 20 minutes.